who's just joined us right now. So we're doing a little activity. You are going to ask your neighbor to describe themselves in one word, right? So after that, we're going to ask you to introduce your neighbor in the word that they have described themselves. We're good? All right. 3, 2, 1. DJs, try music. Abantu besazana. What does being a youth mean to you? I can take hands. We can do it the class way, yes, miss. Or we can do it the hard way, where I pick a random person and the camera will be on you. Ah, thank you.
Okay, so to me, being a youth means being a young and active person in your community and everywhere you go, trying to make a difference in any way possible so that you can create a better future for yourself and generations that will follow. Thank you.
Personally, I think being a youth, it's all about questioning the odds. Like you have to change stereotypes. So in other words, I can say being a youth is about being a change.
Personally, I believe what being a youth is following beliefs that have been set out. Because we all know the right thing to do, but the thing that we don't do is follow it. So we should actually live up and be better people and actually follow the things that society expects from us instead of being led up into the distractions.
Okay, personally, for me, being a youth, it's being free, being happy, and mostly growing. Yeah.
So, for me, being a youth is enjoying that you do not have responsibilities. And you do not have a family. You are not answerable to anyone if you come back home late. You are allowed to cheat. So go to one person, one time. You see, you can play football. About how many you can play Kalisi
Good morning, sorry for the late. So for me, being a youth means using the opportunity at the time. We are actually under this stretching process. You are actually, yes, like you said, akuzwa chill, akuzwa rent, akuzwa money. And so imali yakho, yakho, and during that time, invest in yourself and invest in everything that benefits you. Because those are things that so much money and something, and money will be back. You'll get short courses so many money. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Is this still morning? Yeah. Good morning, young people. Can you tell us what International Youth Day means to you? Or what it is about? What you understand about it?
Okay, so what I think it means personally, I think it means celebrating what you give to the community or what you contribute. And since it's international, which means it's everywhere. So celebrating on what they can do to make the world a better place.
Thank you, Tabo.
what International Day means to you. International Youth Day. Okay, for me, it's a celebration of us, the youth, and the many things that we are able to do in our young age that we don't really get to do as we get older, like enjoying your life and not having to worry about the responsibilities of being either a parent or different kinds of responsibilities that adults go through. So for me, that's that.
Okay, for me, International Youth Day, I think it's like our collective effort as the youth to make change in the society. I think so we are celebrating every week, like there are different changes that are needed, that are approved by the youth. So I think International Youth Day is like looking and celebrating the youth internationally on all their changes and their efforts to change the world.
We want young people to be able to freely express who they are without fear. So unmute the youth, and moving forward, I want you guys to feel free in talking today. Feel unmuted, isn't it? So it's a safe space for us to engage and enjoy. So from us, CITE, EVOS International, we warmly welcome you to our first ever International Youth Day celebration.
Morning, guys. Morning, guys. Oh, hey, afternoon, guys. How are you? I'm on affirmative side. In a debate on the motion, this House regrets having junior councillors and junior parliament in Zimbabwe. Speaking in support of the affirmative side means arguing in favor of regretting the existence of the junior bodies. Here are the points of this House regrets having junior parliaments in Zimbabwe. Limited impact on real governance. Potential for misinformation or misguided learning. Resource allocation questioned. Risk of tokenism. Focus on youth engagement and elsewhere. Thank you.
Good day to you all. Okay. Good day to you, everyone. I'm Bukosi, the first speaker of the non-affirmative side. This House believes that we do not regret having junior councillors and junior parliamentarians in Zimbabwe. Here are some points which I'm going to further speak upon. Junior Council. The Junior Council does a variety of initiatives such as pet drives. We also do the Christmas lunches where we visit children's homes. Junior Council are working on cyberbullying campaigns. Junior Council also does cleanup campaigns in the city and in our wards respectively. We also have a mantra called Community Before Self. There are also initiatives such as the drug and substance abuse awareness campaigns. We also focus on gender equality. We have the youth empowerment, and also it serves as an avenue which people can advocate for children's rights. Yeah. Also, other cities only represent senior councillors or senior parliamentarians, but in Bulawayo or in other provinces, we do have junior existing, what should I call them? Junior existing policies or positions which are there. This shows that these initiatives, youth awareness. This shows that these youth empowerment schemes, which are enshrined in the Constitution, are very important, as this house also is in the non-affirmative side. Thank you.
Afternoon, guys. Afternoon, guys.
Afternoon, sir.
So I'm the second speaker from the non-affirmative side, hereby supporting the motion. This house regrets having junior councillors and junior parliament members. So the first speaker stated the points. We had 5 points. So from the first point, we had limited impact on real governance. So junior councillors and junior parliament members in Zimbabwe might not have real decision-making power, leading to a disconnect between their activities and the actual governance. This could render their existence more symbolic than impactful. Point 2, potential misinformation or misguided learning. Without direct involvement in real policy making, junior councillors and parliament members might about governments in somewhat artificial environment. This could lead to misconceptions about how governments works at higher levels. Point 3, resource allocation is always questioned. So, resources spent on junior councillors and junior parliament could potentially be diverted to more pressing needs in Zimbabwe, like education, healthcare, economic development. Morally, prioritizing basic needs over symbolic governance bodies could be seen as more beneficial to them. Number 4, risk of tokenism. Basically, having junior bodies might have been seen as tokenist if they don't lead to tangible outcomes or meaningful participation in governments. This could undermine, yes.
Are you realizing that resource allocation to initiatives that help the youth who are tomorrow's futures is a waste of money? The second speaker said that allocation of resources to junior parliamentarians and junior councillors is a waste of resources. So my question is, are you realizing that whatever the government is doing so that junior parliamentarians and councillors could help in making policies that are going to impact the youth, is it a waste of resources?
I stated the second point, which said resource allocation is always questioned. So, junior councillors and junior parliament members prioritize what they need more than the prioritizing basic needs of the community, like water, electricity.
POI.
Yes.
The junior parliamentarians and the junior councillors do not have the power to bring you electricity and water. They advocate for your rights, not water.
Isn't it that the junior parliament or the junior councillors are supposed to pause views of the youth and the community to the parliament, the higher levels?
Your view as a youth,
yes,
is
I'll continue on. So having junior bodies might have been seen as tokenist. So basically, if they don't lead to tangible outcomes or meaningful participation in governance, this could undermine the moral argument for their existence if they're not serving a clear beneficial purpose.
POI.
Yes.
So you're saying that the existence of us is not, the existence of junior councillors and junior parliamentarians is not serving, is not proving itself beneficial to the youth. Please give your reason for your answer.
Personally, I don't think they really serve that much of a purpose to the community. Personally, my views, did you know that there's something called a civic organization? We have civic organizations all around the community in Zimbabwe, such like these junior parliaments and junior councils, but they are more like, what's this one? Hey, I forgot this one. It's an NGO organization, but this NGO organization does more better than this that we have, unlike junior parliament members and junior councils. Point 4, reinforcing resources, allocation, concerns, opposition might downplay resources concerns, rebuttal in Zimbabwe, where resources are limited and needs are great. Allocating them to symbolic junior governance bodies over pressing issues like poverty, education is morally questionable. I rest my case.
So the firm side came and told us what they are assuming that we are not doing, what they are assuming that what we are doing. They are assuming that we are using the city's money for our own enjoyment. No, we're not doing that. First of all, let's look at what Junior Council does. Junior Council donates pads, right, to different schools, organizations, orphanages, etc., etc. We're doing that so as to stop period poverty. So you're saying you regret having us when we are trying to end something that is affecting the youth. I don't see how you are regretting having us when we are doing that. Secondly, we have Christmas lunches where we engage with young children in orphanages. We do so to engage with the children, right? To give them a free space to be themselves, to show them that people love them, even though they don't have their parents of their own, but they have support and love from other people, even the people that they don't know. We also go to children's homes to donate clothes, to show them that we care about them, right? Now you're saying you regret having us here when we are doing these things for these people. How is that possible? We also minus visiting children's hospitals. Currently, Junior Council is working on cyberbullying, is working on a cyberbullying campaign. There are many cases where children are being bullied on the internet. Videos are being leaked of people being quote-unquote whores. Videos are being leaked on people being quote-unquote izfebe, ZPRA. But we are working on stopping that. None taken. We're working on stopping that because we need these people to be confident with themselves. We need these people to love themselves. We're working on building up the youth so that they can develop and become better people, so that they can develop themselves and become the future that we need for ourselves to be bright, right? We look at the cleanup campaigns that we do in our own wards and in the city, right? Last year, around the time period of October, different aspiring junior councillors had cleanup campaigns in their different wards. And this did not go without notice. They were noticed in their schools, in their communities, because by Nzan, they picked up papers, right? Picking up papers is a small thing that we can all do. But because we took the initiative and said, let's do this, we did it, right? Now you're saying you regret having junior councillors and junior parliamentarians. Junior parliamentarians also work as an avenue that bridges the youth, right? That opens up ideas for the youth. Now you're saying you regret having junior parliamentarians and junior councillors. We are the same people that advocate, none taken. We are the same people that advocate for youth in senior parliaments and senior councils, right? Now imagine if you didn't have us, who would be bringing forth ideas of having drug abuse walks, right? Who would bring about the idea of caring for other people, having soup kitchens, having us visiting children's homes. We know old people, okay, let me not say old people. Adults don't have the time to be visiting children's homes all the time, right? But because we care about the youth and we are also the youth, we will do so because we care about each other and we want to build each other. Any POIs? I'll take any question right now.
Oh, okay. So the first POI was the reason we as a society regret the effectiveness of junior parliaments is because we're questioning the broad that you guys are playing. If you're claiming that you lead this drive, these donation drives and cyberbullying campaigns, aren't there other NGOs and organizations who do that at a larger scale and much more effective? Because there's also another factor. You guys are...
we do these things as the youth to show that we care about what is happening in our communities. Because we notice that these NGOs, right, not all of them have youths. So we are taking the initiative as junior councillors and junior parliamentarians to show them that we care about what's happening out there. Clothes drives, drug abuse, awareness. We want to show them that we care about what's happening and we want to take a step in helping these people stop, because it's a bad thing. If you don't show participation as the youth, who are you trying to build? The adults that are already old? Or you want to build up the youth that you're going to grow with and become leaders with in the future? I'll take another POI if you have any. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the third speaker of the affirmative side, and I'm here to strengthen our case. So the first question I would like to answer from the non-affirmative side. A speaker claimed we are claiming that it's a waste of money. So we actually considered the fact that there's something called opportunity cost. So opportunity cost comes as allocating resources into important things. We as society have things that need resources, e.g. sewage, electricity, and water. Can we say that this is something that actually affects youth? Because as youth, they need water to do basic things. And when we're saying we're taking this factor into hold, it's not a waste of money. Can't the government put that money that is used to fund into the junior parliament into covering these factors? The second point, you guys advocate for rights. So isn't the right to basic necessities like electricity actually a right too? Since the junior parliament wants to advocate for that, the youth is struggling with something like electricity. So strengthening our case, let's see. Youth engagement, firstly. The junior bodies engage youth in governance. While engagement is valuable, if junior councillors / parliament don't impact real governance in Zimbabwe. Taken.
Yes. You said there are allocations of, you said there is a right to basic necessities such as electricity. When I read my constitution very well, I did not come across of that right. So which right are you trying to say is not being observed if you're saying there's right to electricity?
I didn't say there's right to electricity. As humans, don't we need basic necessities? That's a right. Things that power us to live on. We can say electricity powers people to live.
POI.
Not taken. So if junior councillors don't impact real governance in Zimbabwe, this engagement is superficial. Youth could be better engaged in direct community problem solving. So if we're observing the youth's junior parliament while they're in the governance, and we see that their reach is actually not that wide, can't us as youth just actually stand up and start picking up papers and not rely on the junior parliament? Because we can obviously see that the board does not have an effect. Not taken. Does not have an
POI.
Oh, okay, take it.
So you are saying we shouldn't pick up papers, so you should pick up papers. Why haven't you picked up the papers yourself?
Why haven't we picked up the papers ourselves? I would like to claim that we are not aware of the consequences that will come in not picking up papers. So that's why there's the role of the NGOs, the civic educational NGOs that are already there, that are teaching the youths. So they're actually doing something too.
POI.
Not taken. So another thing.
POI.
Not taken.
It's out of order.
Yeah. Leadership skill development. These bodies you might argue that these bodies build leadership skills, but without real responsibility or impact on policy in Zimbabwe, skills gained might not translate to effective leadership in actual governance context, practical experience in community or national. If their voice doesn't influence actual decision in Zimbabwe's governance, it's a symbolic gesture meaningful youth participation would not be involved in direct decision making. So this comes the case of disillusionment. As youth, we're actually observing the junior council to see that if the impact is actually effective. So if the junior council does not do a good job, that could actually paint a bad picture towards the youth because we are observing them. And youth in the future might not be interested to participate in these political institutions. Not taken. And lastly, reinforcing resource allocation. In Zimbabwe, where resources are limited and needs are great, allocating them to symbolic junior governance board is over pressing issues like poverty or education is morally questionable. So we should focus the resources onto building something greater. I rest my case.
Can I start?
Yeah, ready when you're
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I am the third speaker from the non-affirmative side on the motion. This House regrets having junior parliamentarians and junior councillors. So the third speaker from the affirmative side came here ridiculing the junior parliament board and the junior councilling board instead of making a case for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we are forgetting that the junior parliament and the junior councillors are a body or an institution that runs on a zero budget. So how can you say the government is allocating resources to the junior parliament and the junior councillors when you don't even have the proof to say that the resources were given or anything like that, ladies and gentlemen? So my point here is that the whole point of the whole purpose of the junior counselling and the junior parliament board is so that they could mold future leaders, responsible leaders. You talked about picking up papers. You cannot say that the junior parliament should be cut off and you also pick the papers. If I walk out now, I can see papers on the floor. No one has even taken the initiative to pick up that paper outside there. But then the junior parliament and the junior councillors came here and said, no, it's our right to pick up those papers. It's our responsibilities. And they did that. But then you as a youth, you as a citizen of Zimbabwe, you haven't done that. Then you want to cut off the people that actually care about their country, the people that actually care about their communities. Everyone talks about donating stuff, doing any of that, charity stuff and all. But then I haven't heard any youth going to a children's home and donating clothes. Nanche can relax. And then, ladies and gentlemen, okay, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, the junior parliament and the junior councillors are doing everything in their might to make sure Sean, take it.
Okay. So we actually have factual evidence on the point you raised. Funding for junior council. The city of Harare makes a budgetary commitment to fund junior council activities as part of grooming future leaders. Honorable President Emerson Mnangagwa has reaffirmed government commitment to prioritizing children's welfare and rights, including support for junior parliament.
I've been in the junior parliament for 2 years. I haven't gotten any support. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're just fluctuating anyways. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, the junior parliament and the junior councillors are actually doing everything possible to make sure that the youth of our country get their rights. Ladies and gentlemen, we advocate for children's rights. There was a parliamentary hearing last year on the issue of drug and substance abuse, ladies and gentlemen, and the junior parliamentarians advocated for a budget to fight this this thing of drug and substance abuse, and that has been into effect. The government is also taking heed into the junior parliamentarians' word and the junior councillors' word to make sure that our rights are safeguarded as the children of Zimbabwe, ladies and gentlemen. So my point here exactly is that the junior parliament and the junior councillors Okay. The junior parliament and the junior councillors are important. As much as you try to ridicule them or try to say that they are not doing anything, they are doing a lot of things that you, as a youth, you yourself haven't done. Thank you, anyways.
Do I need to stand in front? Not really. You guys can hear me. Yime mphethe mic phela. Yime mphethe mic, yime ngikwazi ukuthi owinileyo mbani. So ngicela nilalela nje. Okay, so thank you so much for your time, everyone. Let's give a round of applause to our debaters. Siyabonga. So we took some time as judges to deliberate about this debate, and after back and forth and being on each other's throats, we finally came up with the winner for today's debate. So in a debate, what then happens is there's an issue to do with role fulfillment. It's not about just talking, but it's about have you fulfilled your role at the end of the day. And in a debate, there's also the thing to do with engagement. It's a teamwork. If you speak to yourself and you're not engaging other people around you, then it's a speech, it's not a debate. So, according to these things, we then came up with a winner. The motion, can you read the motion?
The motion says, this House regrets having junior councillors and parliamentarians in Zimbabwe.
You had the motion, right? So from this motion, what we expected is when a house is regretting something, at what point do you regret something? And when you regret something, what you ought to do as a backup plan, as a substitution to that particular thing in motion that you are regretting. Okay, so this is what we expected from today's debate as judges, and this is what we felt. Okay, so the winner of today's debate, based on representation, because of the nature of the motion, it has to do with representation. Who is best to represent young people and who is more impactful? Because I felt like the debate was then structured in a way that the social civil service is representing and the junior council saying we are also representing. So then we felt like they structured a debate in a way that we then question who is the best person at the end of the day to represent young people. So the winner of today's debate, I'll say the winner. And please don't throw stones at me. I'll justify why as judges we think they deserve to win this debate at the end of the day, right? So the winners of today's debate goes to the junior council, right? And they were the non-affirmative side. Confirm? Okay, so let's give it up for our winners.
Salbonani. Ndiza kuzwisisa lami one thing angimute njengani so babe sithi bengambingelela ngamphendula. Sanibonani? Yebo. Linjani? Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi li celebrate International Youth Day under CITE Youth Network. Please keep doing it. Stay safe. These days two things as the hlukumeza ama youth, especially this part of Bulawayo, okokuqala drug and substance abuse. Yo, sihambe ezimfeni week in week out sisiya ncwaba abantwana abancane, which is not good. Because lathi nxa singama members of parliament khathesi, we are not going to be members of parliament forever, guys, right? We look forward to handing it to someone younger than me. Can you imagine if I am to ngithole zero vele kuma youth? Singathola zero kuma youth, lami mzwana nchiya nyachiyela umuntu omdala. Karanda ama youth akhona wonke abe senjani? esechainje ngwanje. So drug and substance abuse nxa lisenza i-International Youth Day celebration licabange ukuthi ayisonto sharp. Number 2, adolescent pregnancies. I-area yethu le is leading the whole of Bulawayo ngama-statistics e-adolescent pregnancy. Ungakhangela u-2022 lo-2023 2022, 2023 and 2024 vele kunje. So we are topping ama-charts awebulawayo province under kuthiwa iMakhandeni health district ethatha ama-clinics eCountry Park, ayiLuveve, eMakhandeni, eMagwegwe, lePhumula. We are leading, and the numbers are scary because they are in thousands of people who are getting pregnant before they turn 20. So it's a problem. It affects our youth, which you need to think about. But otherwise, my challenge to you is be creative. There's so much life in your phone. Be connected digitally. Artificial intelligence is the future, right? It's the future. Look at it anyhow, whatever you're selling, whatever idea you have, artificial intelligence can help you. Uyenze ikule idea, you can be able to make money, you can be able to do this, but also learn to do things physically. Unfortunately, artificial intelligence is not going to grow umpita for you. Artificial intelligence is not going to do that. Artificial intelligence is not going to help you. It's not going to happen. So be capable of doing those things and do well. You will shine. The world is now smaller. Tina, when we were growing up, it was so difficult for me to know what happens in Harare. But you guys can check what's happening in Bangladesh right now. So the world is becoming smaller. Your phones have brought the world to you. Explore it, live it, and enjoy your life. Otherwise, thanks so much. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Honorable. Next, we have our councillor for Luveve. She also wants to share a few words with us, words of encouragement and words to help us move forward as young people, especially in terms of taking action with things that have to do with umphakathi wethu. I'm sure sonke lapha siyabona lapha sikhona akucentwanga, and indlu yethu as youths lapha kumele sibe khona kumele kube clean, it has to be inviting. So I hope umama can help encourage us all to take action. So a round of applause for umama, please.
Ngiyabonga. Okokuqala ngizaqala ngolikhulumisa. Salibonani bontanga? Linjani? Sisi ngiyabonga. Sengingani ngivalele omunye wamphandle. Ubukwakhuluma? Limnanzelele la ngukhansila ka Ward 11 ngomunye wethu esigabeni khona lapha. Mina ngiyajabula ukulibona ukuthi likhona endaweni yenu, but indawo yethu sonke. Nginanzelela ukuthi likhona ngoba ulutshwananyana nabenu la, ngoba yini selikhona phela selingabanikazi besigaba. Lithi lingabanikazi besigaba esigabeni sena lesi, ngibona ukulibona kwami kulutshwana, aliphonga ubonakala kakhulu, meaning i-visibility yenu bantwana. Ngithabile nsizwa kuthiwa namhla lani likhona lokhu imcimbi nyana wenu. Ngathi lizambiza lami ngijabule lani, liphonga ngithi mbijana lisesaba asiliyawona. Lingabi ngomawona. Ngiyananzelela indawo yenu le ngeyenu asoyabadala. Ngikuze kwasuka umugogo wacenta la ukuthi likwanisa ukuthi lingalunywa iminyane. Ngicela lithathe ubuntwana benu libubambe ngendlela, linxuse abanye benu, libonakale khona kokuhlala kugidwa vele kokuhlala kusiba lemicimbi la. Abakhulele Luveve bangangitshela bavumelane lami ukuba nimcimbi ayisiba khona. Kodwa kathesi sokuphonga uba kalutshwana qoqo. Ngicela libe libizana lisiza khona lapha, lisuke emgwaqweni kakhulu linontanga. Ontanga lingomawona. indaba nsithi lingomawona angazi ukuthi umbani sowalitshela istyle sokuthi liyabhema libhema lezinye izinto engingazizwisisiyo engathi senze ngingaka ngangazange ngikubone kusenzakala othi kuyahweba ngamakhala kuyini ngiyazi ukuthi mina ugogo uyabe ezibhemela ugwini wakhe kanti linabe nogwini laba abahotshwayo ngabanjani ngicela like lingitshele bontanga liyabona selingabona liziqumbinyana kuyabe kulokunye okuyabe lokho kuthunqisa intuthu kuhotshwa ngicela nini likuyekele ngibuye futhi khona lapha nalo likunathayo linathi izinto ezingazake sazipheke esingazaziyo hayibo kwakulesikokiyana hayi lokho ngubona kade selikwenzayo ngicela licebisane lisuke emgaqweni ngibe sengisuka futhi ngibuye kubontanga laba lina lingathi lihlezi linje liyabe selizibona selingobaba labo mama kanti likuthatha nga ungabona lihamba lingu2 mina ngandlala labafana mbhukutsha labo sasibhukutsha sonke kodwa kungalanye into embi ehambayo ngizaphonga ubona omnye seginyile indumba ezilomqhuqumbu nanguyana awusazakali kanti kuyabe sokuhambe njani thina besikwazi ukuthi nxa siku-ejena leyi siyadlala sonke kungela okuthiwa kule omunye osemithisiwe ukhona omunye o10 kathananani besibhukutsha nje omnye lahlula wele lapha nemfuleni kube luthulo kube ngamabhasikili bekungela lutho noma ngazi umbone enhlezi lapha nambala layo bekungela lutho lwenzakalayo kanti linosowalitshethi libe libonana libukelana ngubani ngicelani bontanga likuchiye khona lokho ngiyacela mfisa ukuthi ontanga engikhuluma labo kube ngomama abakusasa labo baba okusasa ngendlela kumbe thina gogo kalisasondeleli phela lithi silitshela izinto zesemandulo asizo zesemandulo ziyakhalina zilinika ukusasa zilinike impilo enhle ngicela libe lisondela kithi ogogo benu lani abangabafana likuthatha nga ukuthi udadewenu usumbona njengenkazana ukuthatha ngakhona lokho ngicela likuyekele liyakhe isizwe sikhule kuhle kube labantwana abazasala bengabantu bakusasa abazasala kuyibo ababambe uluveve bengabanikazi beluveve hayi onjengo ngicela nini kungabi khona okungutshwala ngiyezwa uthawulo Kingdom Blue uvela nga kini wena ungamangala but okunye okuncane khona lapha ngiyakubona kugijima la uKingdom Blue uyabe efihle ezikhwameni uKingdom Blue ngowani ngiyabuza lingakhangele eceleni ngicela nini sibeni ngabantu mina njabulile ngibona khona lapha ngathi kuchuthi ngontanga abayenza njengobontanga abayizolo ukuthi ungaze ubabone bengabafana lamankazana babe bengabantwana abazijabulelayo abazenzela bencedisana lokuthi kanti bangenze njani ngicela isenta le ibuyele endaweni ayiklinwa yini liziklinele indawo yenu libambe ngendlela ungabuya ababili abathathu noma mina lingangicela gogo besifuna uklina lawe angiyali ngiyabuya ngikhululekile futhi lingathi sifuna ukuthi sicente lapha nasibonakala ngicela livuselele indawo yenu ngicela nini libe ngontanga abazibambayo ababamba kuhle limakhe ubulawayo abukeke ngani hathi ngobogogo ngiyabonga.
And last but not least, we have uCouncillor Wema Kandeni. Yes, uCouncillor Wema Kandeni to give us a few words. Asimgayizeleni izandla ebuya.
Ngiyabonga MC. Ngaze ngajabula. Ngibe ngazi ukuthi kulabantwana. Kade ngakwazi ukuthi kulama youth. Ngangizithethe ama youth saphela ngesikhathi sethu. Sithanda ukubonga lathi singabadala sibesile program laphana. Ngazi umsindo ngathi hayi singaphonga usuka nje singazange sithi salibonani bantwana. Linjani bantwana? Siyathaba nxa lihlanganela ikulanga lenu lani lilodwa. At least nxa whatever lizabe likukhuluma khonapho izinto eziyenza lakheke lilodwa. Siyakwazi ukuthi sometimes siyabe sithi singama councillors sibize ama meetings kumbe ngawe budget kumbe ngawani. Sometimes liyale lithi hayi sifuna ethu i-meeting ye-budget sisodwa and futhi ama-meetings anjalo lina lilodwa abakhona. Ngiyathaba kakhulu ukuthi ngiyabona i-CITE lapha lama-junior councillors la bakwazi lapha libatshele lapha ukuthi nxa senza ama-budgets kukhona abakufunayo ukuthi kufakwe kuma-budgets but nxa thina sibabiza thina njengokuthi sibabizele labogogo liyayala kodwa ama-junior councillors ngicela libatshele abanye benu ukuthi sihlangana ngaphi kuma-meetings enu lilodwa ngoba labe likwazi and futhi okunye siyacela ukuthi lisibize thina njengama-councillors sibuye sizokuzwa inhlupho elilazo lathi sibadala sinje sile nhlupho esiyenza ukuthi lina lingene kuma-stress kumbe lingene kuma-suicide ngokuthi asililaleli. Liyangizwa? Liyabe lifisa ukuthi libe lezinto ezokuthi mama ngicela ukuthi ungizwe. Sometimes uyamtshela ukuthi wena ungangitsheli into yokwenza mina ngakuzalayo. Kodwa siyacela mama councillor lo MP sike sizinike isikhathi sokuthi abantwana sihlanganele labo. Nyake nihlanganele labanye abantwana ngale emakhandeni thina kasilayo indle enkulu kangaka. Kodwa bana laba ababulithwane bayabe besitshele mama councillor ngizayenza njani nxa umama yena sentshela ukuthi ngifike ngo6 buyela lapho vela khona ngizabuyela nga. Angamtsheli uhlupho olwenze ngaze ngafika ngo6 but ikhona inhlonipho ukuthi nxa umama angatsho ukuthi ngo6 lawe bamba umthetho kumbe ungabona ukuthi u6 sekushayela ungakafika endlini umfonele mama ngiyabuya ngiseke ngabambeka ungayenza ukuthi indlu kababami indlu kabani ngoba liyasiphendula njalo. Siyacela ukuthi ngingafisi ukuthi maybe abanye izindlu eziningi aselabo baba ngingumama ngifisa ukuthi ngawubaba walapha ekhaya ukhona ngendlela yabo usumphendule ngakhona usuntshela ukuthi indlu ngikamama ngikababa wami mina usambali uvela kini asibahlonipheni labana omama lisihloniphe kuthiwa umama wonke uhambayo ubaba wonke uhambayo ngubaba wakho. Thina sasikwazi ukuthi nxa sihamba ungahlangana lo muntu omdala uyambingelela salibonani. Asitsho ukuthi uzobingelela umzali wakho kuphela kodwa lonke abantu bonke abadala liyababingelela. Siyalibonga kakhulu MP bengingazi ukuthi eluveve kunje. Ngibe ngizitshela ukuthi nxa sihamba abantwana bonke abayisayizini sebastika bonke but nxa ngibona abantwana abasobha so abahle so ngiyabonga uJehova ukuthi usakhona. Umusa wakhe usakhona ngoba nxa likwanisile ukuthi lisuke ekuseni lize lizofika up to ntambama likhona lapha lihleli lifunda. Siyalibonga kakhulu bantu abami. Lihlale linjalo libuyele emakhaya lifike lifundisa abana wenu ngoba abanye babe befunda whatever okuvela kuwe. Thina ngale emakhandeni kwa11 sike sazama ukuthi sifuthanise abantwana from 13 years kusiya phansi senza amabhora ngoba kade izikolo zivaliwe babe swele izinto zokuyenza. Siyakwazi ukuthi abantwana baliyakhala ukuthi sifundile sibe lalokho kodwa imisebenzi ayitholakali. Baba MP nampa abantwana bakhona abanye abangasafundiyo ngenxa yokuthi baphasile banjani ba-applya abaphendulwa angazi. Kusasa sathi sile program lami sizayenza kusasa sizake sizama ukuthi uMinister Njobane yabe khona ama-industry avaliwe nxa be-applya ama-applications abo aphendulwa yikho begcina besiba le-pressure begcina bengena kwezinye izinto ezingekho right ngoba umntwana uyabe sele-pressure ukuthi khathi ngafundelani. Saka MP sicela ukuthi lisincedise lathi eParliament khona ngale ukuthi njengobulawayo sithole lapho esuthi abantwana bethu nxa bethe bafunda bethole indawo zokuthi bethole okumsebenzi. Sasikwazi ukuthi kade izikolo zivaliwe udala ngangithola umsebenzi omncane okuphakitsha ko-TM ko-hyper izikolo zivula ngivuyela esikolo. So la khathesi siyakufisa kunjalo baba MP ukuthi abantwana bethu bangabi lama-stress ukuze bengene kuzidakamizwa kakhulu baswele into yokuyenza. Mama councillor asincedisaneni labantwana sikwanisa ukufinyelela ama-member of parliament lawo lo mama uMancube uminister wethu ukuthi ngale ama-industry ayikhona kudala kade sikawasekho sengama-church pho abantwana laba sizabasa ngaphi. Liyakubona abadala bantwana ngiyabonga liyalela njalo MP asincedisaneni labantwana bethu angani uNkulunkulu angalenzela umusa ukuthi kusasa kube lama councillors labo azama phambi kwethu semela phambi kwabantwana laba abancane. Ngihlala ngikhala emangcwabeni ukuthi angazi nxa ngibona abantwana bethu abanawami benje so abazabe bekhona kodwa I didn't know ukuthi eLuveve bakhona abantwana. Siyabonga kakhulu mama Magumede ngoba ama youth center akhelwa khonokho. Sometimes siyaswela thina sabe sifisa ukuthi lathi nga emakhandeni siyathola ibuilding enje kodwa nxa likhona siyalibonga kakhulu. Sicela ukuthi ukho konke elikufundiswa khona la likwenze kube ukuthi kusasa ukuthi mama councilor ngicela ubuye emtshadweni wami. Uyakhumbula ideli yana unjelo kubili okuthathu lami ngibe ngomunye okufakaza. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga mama.
So how was the event?
The event was lovely. It was so inspiring to see so many youth together celebrating each other. The event was youthful.
The event was awesome.
The event was mind-blowing.
This event was a great learning experience for the youth and I had lots of fun.
So we had a nice time with the youngsters. It was good to see that there are people who actually can see a future in this country, and the way people think is really fascinating and promising that we will be in safe hands.